Hello and welcome to Library Salad. Today's episode, the good, the bad, and the ugly of wearing masks, brought to you by the Monroeville Public Library in Pennsylvania. Hi, I'm Alice. And for Library Salad, we're going to take a theme, an idea, just toss around some ideas. And as you know, the CDC has recommended that Americans wear the face masks in order to prevent the spread of COVID. So since we've been wearing them for a while now, we've sort of learned a couple of tricks, what works, what doesn't, especially when we have them on for a prolonged period of time. So what we're going to start with is simply beginning of the day, when you know you're about ready to go out. Things that you normally would do may not be working quite as well for you. The other day, I got dressed, wore a pair of earrings that I really liked, and then when I went to put on my mask, I realized that dangling earrings probably aren't the best thing with a mask because they will get all tangled, they really can't be seen. So we're starting to adjust basically how we get ready in the morning. Makeup has become a little bit more of a challenge, and a lot of people have just decided not worth it, especially some blush, or I like to sometimes say rouge, and for those of you who want to give a shout out to the fact that you know what that word means, thank you. So lips are also a big, something that's talked about because of the fact that sometimes we may have a Zoom meeting, we want to look a little bit better than we have been around the house, and then we have to go out. So it's, what do you do about lipstick? Just a regular lipstick, the problem is that it's going to get on the inside of your mask. That's not going to be pleasant for the feel of it, or when you take it off, you really don't want anybody seeing that. What's easier that I find is just the simple ones that are long lasting, stay on, some would say for 6 to 12 hours. Because that's way you put it on for the Zoom meeting, so that even if you're not wearing pants, you should at least have the lipstick on. And then if you need to go out and put a mask on for a short period of time, then it's not all over the place. One of the common complaints that people are saying is that because they're using the mask, they're finding that the lips are becoming extremely dry. And that makes sense because of the fact of covering. And a big reason for dry lips is the fact that people are not drinking as much fluids as they used to because of the fact, this is just, pretend this is a big water jug that you would have maybe with you during the day. But because of the mask, people like, it's too much trouble to take it down, take a sip and go back. So less water means drier skin and drier lips. So how do you get around that? Certainly everybody talks about using just basic lip balm, and that is helpful. But if you have dry lips, you've got a little bit of dead skin, you don't want to put the lip balm right over that because if the skin is dead, it will not absorb it. So easy thing to do, because if you pick the dead skin off, that's going to take a while to heal and be very painful. If you simply take just maybe a little scoop of, I find that sugar works best, a little scoop of sugar in your hand, a couple of drops of water, just make a paste. You take the paste and just lightly, with a little scrubbing, exfoliant, get it, go like that, and then rinse the lips off. That's going to take the dry skin off. It's also nice and sugary, it's tasty too. Then you can put your lip balm on. What another thing is, people saying what they're having trouble with the mask is that their face is breaking out as if it's back in the teenage years. They may not have had any trouble with their skin, but now they do. Because when this, the masks are over and you're breathing in, it does become moist a lot of times. It's not getting as much air as it normally does. So definitely when you're finished with the mask, you're going to want to do a couple of things. As soon as you take it off, and when you take it off, there's the right way and the wrong way to take it off. By having it on like this, and then you're going to take it from the elastics and remove it like that. People are finding that if they take it like this, you could pull out an earring. I know people who the glasses have flown, but you certainly don't want to be touching the mask. It's been on you for a period of time, so when you take it, you'll then make sure that it gets washed, and then wash your hands also. That's why a lot of reasons why you're not supposed to be touching a mask, because you're just touching the germs that are on the mask. Moisturizer. You know your own skin, but most people are saying that even because their face is becoming dry also, that after washing it, just give it a quick moisturizer, and that's going to help your skin also. There are many things that also, when you are during the day, it just occurred to me recently that if I was wearing it for a prolonged period of time, that yes, it was not as dry as it was earlier on. But at this point, most people have a couple of masks, hopefully, and they're easy to make yourself. But it's okay to change the mask in the middle of the time that you're doing it. You don't have to keep the same mask on. It's much better for you if you actually change that. It's also a matter of, with the masks on, people with glasses are finding that they're fogging up with the mask and the glasses on. You may have seen all over the internet, put on a little bit of shaving cream. I tried that the other day. It actually did work. For the first couple of seconds, you're going to see a little bit of fogging up, but after that point, it stayed relatively clear. So some people also doing a little bit of soap and water and rubbing off, but the object is that so you can still see through them. Things not to eat. In the past, without the mask, it's been relatively time where, okay, if you ate certain foods, you'd be afraid that other people would smell it on your breath. Now with the mask, you're the one that's going to get hit with things like garlic, other things that might be less of an idea to actually do is chew gum. A couple of reasons. When you're chewing, your breath and the wetness is also a problem with the mask, and you certainly don't want to be blowing bubbles. That can't go well at all. And one thing I heard recently is, if during the day you find, is that my breath? What smells like that? Maybe you did have a lunch. They're saying a mint. A mint? How old is this mint? Okay, I'm not going to chop on.
Where'd you find it?
At the bottom of my pocketbook, but and it was in a wrapper. I want to tell you first off, it was in a wrapper, and I know where I got it from, and it was within the last year. Okay, so I'm going to take it out now. Excuse me. I will break a tooth with that. All right, but people are saying that if you have a little bit, and if you're going to continue to do the mints, make sure they're sugar-free, because you don't want to start that problem. Okay? With the mask and the mint, it's really delightful. So try that out with a fresh mint. Let me know exactly how that goes. One last thing. I don't know about you, but I like the fact that a lot of women's pants don't have the pockets, because it's a little nice, a little bit shapelier that way. But when you don't have pockets, where are you putting things? The other day it didn't go well. But recently, I heard the idea from my friend Kelly that, okay, you've got your mask on, right? And don't try this at home, and you're going to see why. But it could be an idea that could go into production. So you've got your mask on, okay? You don't have any pockets. Where do you do it? What if you took another mask? Okay, put it in the back, bring it up front, okay? What's the one thing you're going to look to, where can I keep something? The phone. Okay, what if you could just take the phone and put it in the back? Again, don't try this at home, because this is not set up. This is go right on the floor. But if there was some sort of support or something like that, I think, I wish you could see Rich's face right now. He's like, I see that face often. But anyway, if this was actually designed well, you could actually use that. Great place for snacks. Just put it like this. This way you're in the middle of a Zoom meeting, suddenly you get hungry, turn off the video, you've got your snack. I hope that is all very helpful to you. And
I hope so too.
You hope so too, because you can't find it. Anyway, well, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you next week.